Good afternoon. Justice Undersecretary Jessie Andres believes it is not right for Vice President Sara Duterte to say that the Department of Justice is partial as it probes into the threat she made against President Bongbong Marcos. In a radio interview on Thursday, December 12, Andres asserts that the agency is just doing its job to investigate and prosecute crimes, regardless of the individuals involved, even if they are high-ranking government officials. According to Andres, the DOJ will listen to the side of the Vice President and consider all possible evidence presented. Duterte, in a press conference on December 11, accused the DOJ of being biased in its probe into her alleged kill plot order against the President, First Lady Lisa Araneta Marcos, and Speaker Martin Romualdez if she is killed.
There's always been bias because when we see, say for example, DOJ, iniimbestigahan nila yung press con, pero hindi nila iniimbestigahan kung bakit kami umabot doon sa press con na yon. Iniimbestigahan nila ang threat ko, no, pero they've not ever investigated threats against me, which are all documented, but we do not give them the information because we don't trust them at all.
However, Andres says Duterte will be given the opportunity to be heard before the DOJ evaluates the case and makes a decision on whether to file charges. The DOJ Undersecretary likewise emphasizes that the subpoena issued on Duterte would allow her to explain her side regarding her kill order. Andres points out that such issuance ensures that the due process is being followed. Duterte's office received the subpoena, but the Vice President did not personally appear at the National Bureau of Investigation on Wednesday, December 11. She instead submitted a letter denying having made any threat constituting grave threats, terrorism, or any other crime. In the same radio interview, Andres likewise says that President Marcos is not interfering with the DOJ investigation, asserting the independence of the agency despite being under the executive department. Vice President Sara Duterte is eyeing hiring private security to replace her current detail, which supposedly would be pulled out by the Armed Forces of the Philippines. In a press conference on Wednesday, December 11, Duterte reveals she sent a letter recently to AFP Chief of Staff General Romeo Bronner Jr. asking him to no longer replace the personnel to be withdrawn from her security detail.
Hindi na ako tatanggap ng replacements. So kung magtanggal sila, hindi na nila i-replace. Iwan na lang nila kung ano yung maiwan. And kung wala mang maiwan dahil tatanggalin nila lahat, I already said that I will seek security arrangements outside of the Armed Forces of the Philippines already. We are exploring private security services. Yes.
Duterte also says that her husband, Mansrey Escarpio, might end up shouldering the expenses of hiring private security. When asked if her plans might be construed as building a private army, Duterte responds in the negative. She says she will hire professional security services that could not be considered a private army. These developments come after Duterte claimed in an online press conference that she had instructed someone to kill Marcos, his wife Liza, and his cousin Speaker Martin Romualdez should she herself be killed. The National Bureau of Investigation is already probing Duterte's remarks against the president, while she also faces several complaints filed by police. All government workers must now wear Filipiniana-inspired clothes on all working Mondays of the month to supposedly boost employee morale, professionalism, and productivity in public workplaces. In its memorandum circular number 16, the Civil Service Commission sets a new dress code for government officials and employees, whether working on-site or under flexible arrangements. The agency says the new dress guidelines promote the use of native fabrics in line with Republic Act No. 9242 or the Philippine Tropical Fabrics Law. Under the revised dress code, government workers must wear Asean-inspired attire on the first Monday of the month, referring to the Association of Southeast Asian Nations. For the remaining Mondays, workers must wear Filipiniana-inspired clothing. From Tuesday to Friday and on working weekends, the Civil Service Commission says agency-prescribed uniform should be worn while smart, casual attire will do for days without the designated uniform. The memo defines Filipiniana-inspired attire as those influenced by traditional Filipino clothing that embodies the rich culture, customs, and heritage of the Filipino people. It could be pantsuits, blazers, or dresses made from indigenous fabrics adorned with intricate embroidery and unique details. On the other hand, Asean-inspired refers to clothing influenced by the traditional clothing of ASEAN member states. And these are the stories you need to know today. I am Zaharian Sarao. Follow INQUIRER.net on Facebook, X, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and Reddit. For more stories, visit INQUIRER.net.